This program is so diverse in what you get to learn and experience.
This program is best suited for driven individuals that seek change, want to participate in the transition to a more sustainable society.
We are touching engineering, environment, and agricultural.
Not only do you get the basis of technical and theoretical knowledge, but you learn how to apply that to solve problems in different fields that you can apply those skills to.
Once you want to achieve something, there are a lot of professors out here and students who are willing to point you in the right direction.
Bioresource engineering is a unique applied engineering discipline that combine engineering and natural sciences such as biology, physics, chemistry.
It's a mix of chemical engineering, civil engineering, mechanical engineering.
As we transition from a fossil-based linear economy to more of a circular, renewable economy, a lot of the development of those economic activities are based on biological sciences. And this is where there's real opportunities for engineering to have training in both biology and engineering science.
Our society has the challenge of food security and the environmental security.
The students can have a pretty significant impact in terms of applying new ideas, new principles, new frameworks in practice as engineers.
We are jumping to the sustainable design and sustainable environment, and we are going to develop the new materials that they can save energy, save the material usage, and improve the performance of the structures and materials that we are working with currently.
Helping to produce more food, process foods, distribute foods, and make the foods that are produced last longer.
The job opportunities are very diverse. The students may find work in industry, with government, in academia, in NGOs, both domestically and internationally. Many of them will go on to work in agricultural fields, in processing and manufacturing, in research, in international development, and in environmental sciences and technology.
Bioresource engineering aims to be one of the most applied programs that exists. We provide all the base engineering and the science programs that you have, but we have this ability to work out in the field. Sometimes it's in a shop where you're learning how to weld. Sometimes it's physically using woodworking equipment so that you can build things. We start off almost in the first year where you're physically building things and then using that as a feedback to improve your design process as an engineer.
I can build anything I want out of sheet metal. I can draw it on a computer. I can put the file on our plasma cutter, cut it, weld it together, and I have my piece.
We have a lot of hands-on experience. At the farm, we dismantle the motor, we work on the field. I did drainage, I did geomatics, I did surveying.
The way that BRE really gives you an edge in the job market is that you can do a lot of different things. You're very versatile.
We're well suited to be project managers because we touch on so many different fields.
My interest in environmental science and math really drew me to the bioresource engineering program.
Being passionate about nature and being passionate about scientific subjects and math.
We have students who are interested in agriculture, engineering, and as well as many new emerging fields such as bioreactor, bioenergy for the processing.
One thing that's really unique is the ratio of male to female students. I'm really excited to be surrounded by smart, capable women. It gives me a lot of confidence in my studies.
McGill is an incredibly academically strong and internationally recognized university. It's an institution that I'm really proud to be a part of. I was specifically drawn to the Bioresource Engineering program, which is very unique to McGill, and Mac Campus, which itself is a very special place. Only being half an hour from downtown, it's such a nature-oriented and friendly environment.
We have a farm, a forest, a riverbank, and I was really excited about that.
Being located in the Faculty of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, there's a close ties to other units in that faculty, like plant science, animal science, food science, and agrochemistry.
We have lots of clubs, student governance, athletics, language clubs, 3D printing club. We have robotics clubs.
I was the first female president of the robotics club. That club was just a place where I could take a lot of the things that I learned in class, building robots, developing that love for electronics and sensors, and taking it further in my PhD studies afterwards.
We have a lot of cool different clubs and teams. I joined NewTrack, which is
the design team here for building tractors annually. From that team, I got a good relationship with some different friends, and they really mentored me throughout my entire university experience.
With the challenge of the competition is also not only designing a tractor, but designing it as if you were a company. It's really interesting to be able to learn how things are designed and then how industry actually functions.
Socially, it's a very small, inclusive, and friendly environment.
The best thing about it is the small classroom sizes, because you can really establish a connection with your professors, something you don't get in a 300-person class.
You get to know everyone in the program. You get to really know your professors as well, and they get to know you too.
Getting that genuine feeling from a professor that wants to see you succeed and is approachable.
My supervisor is very kind, and then he's very supportive, sending me on internships, providing some in-person tutorials.
They are very supportive and encouraging us to attend different conferences, different social events, so we can meet with different people in the field.
It's always amazing to see what kind of research and work that they're doing, because it makes you realize what you can do with all this material that you're learning. When you start applying what you've learned to bigger projects and ideas and start working with companies as well, that you realize that your ideas do and can have an impact in the real world.
Our role is to save the world by addressing critical issues in bioproduction, bioprocess, and bioenvironmental engineering.
It teaches you to approach things with a problem-solving perspective. It's really about tackling one thing at a time and thinking creatively to ultimately come up with different solutions.
This program gave me very big encouragement and confidence for my future.
Exposure to different subjects definitely shaped me as a multidisciplinary student.
So many classes that I've taken have already completely changed my view of the world.
A lot of the graduates from this program are tackling really important problems that are happening right now in terms of the environment, climate change. Being a graduate student and doing this research, it gives you a sense of purpose and also a sense that you're making a difference in the world, which I think is very empowering for a lot of students.